In the valley, the rain and winds made for some pretty scary moments for some people across the city as trees were knocked over onto some homes and cars. 23 ABC's Laura Acevedo has been tracking those details for us tonight. Laura.
Yeah, Jackie, and right now the rain and the wind has stopped for a little bit, but earlier it was a totally different story and actually a kind of scary situation as several trees were knocked down, like you said, across the city. One even fell over near a plumber that was working in the northwest. These are pictures of a tree in northwest Bakersfield moments after it fell on top of a plumber's truck. The homeowner says the plumber was working outside when she heard the cracking noise from inside her home.
I look up and I can see the top of the tree starting to fall. And I'm concerned because I know she's right there digging and the tree is falling in that direction.
Fortunately, the plumber noticed the tree was falling over and was able to make it out just in time.
When I got to the site, my plumber was visibly shaken and I could tell was limping. And I had my van was, this one work van was underneath this 50 to 60 foot tall tree.
The plumber reported having ankle and back pain and was taken to the hospital. The strong winds also knocked down several other trees around town. This one on N Street knocked down a power line. This redwood was completely uprooted and fell on top of a house in southwest Bakersfield.
You just would never expect a tree like this to fall, and I was just driving up. Within minutes it was just down.
Homeowners said the tree was healthy before the winds knocked it over. It caused minor damage to their roof. And if you do need to report a downed tree or any branches, there is a number you can report that to, and you can find that on our website, turnto23.com. Reporting live in downtown, Laura Acevedo, 23 ABC.
While the storms are causing all sorts of problems in Kern County, the recent rains have been great for Lake Isabella and the historic drought. The lake is up to more than 330,000 acre feet. A week ago, the lake was less than 275,000 acre feet. That's a jump of 55,000. Despite storms hitting Kern County, Highway 178 hasn't closed and Whiskey Flat Days in Kernville still a go. The Kernville Chamber of Commerce posted on its Facebook page warning visitors of weather through Highway 178, but said we'll be here ready to go and welcome you to the Wild West. In another post, when talking about the parade set for 10 o'clock in the morning Saturday, the chamber said parade is on, rain or shine, Risky Flat Days runs through Monday. One positive side to the storm hitting Kern County tonight, plenty of fresh snow is falling at Alta Sierra Ski Resort. The resort announcing on Twitter they would be open Saturday, Sunday, and Monday this week with 4 inches of powder and counting. Officials advise carrying snow chains to people coming to see the snow and, if possible, in a vehicle with 4-wheel drive for safety. The rain also impacting local sports scenes here in the valley. CSUB's season opener against Utah has been rained out with a doubleheader scheduled to start tomorrow at 2 o'clock. A number of high school playoff soccer games were also canceled because of transportation issues. You can also find a full list of affected games on our website, turnto23.com. At least 2 people have been killed in one of the biggest storms to hit California in years, the one that we're talking about here. Hundreds of flights have been canceled as roads and runways flooded. More than 100,000 customers in Southern California are without power tonight. And as Andy Road reports for us tonight, the storm is just getting started.
The wet season isn't quite over yet for California. On Friday, a storm slammed the state, stretching from San Diego all the way to the northern border and into Oregon. Trees toppled, roads were flooded out, and some neighborhoods prepared for the possibility of mudslides. More than 21 million people are under a flash flood watch or warning this weekend. Santa Barbara, Ventura, and LA counties could see up to 6 inches of rainfall in just 6 hours Friday night before Northern Californians get soaked later in the weekend. While rain is a welcome sight for a state that is finally recovering from being under drought warnings for years, there's one place not looking forward to the storm, Oroville. Residents there were evacuated last weekend and recently allowed to come back after authorities found structural damage in the dam spillways. With up to 12 inches of rain expected to fall over the next week, residents are told to stay alert.
I want to continue to remind people we're still operating under an emergency situation. We could go back to the level requiring an immediate evacuation. Do the things that you need to do to be prepared so that if that happens, we're all in a much, much better shape.
I'm Andy Rose reporting.
We will continue to track this storm system on our website, turn223.com. There you can see the very latest on flood warnings and road conditions. You can also send us your pictures and videos of the storm to our 23ABC Facebook page. And for the latest updates, get the free 23ABC News mobile and tablet apps. And this is a live look out in Fraser Park once again at current weather conditions. When we return, we'll have an update on how things are shaping up for the rest of our weekend.
Oh, in terms of what we're expecting here for the next couple days, we are looking at more rain chances here for us. We'll show you some of those pictures we got from today coming up here in just a few minutes.
Just wondering if I should
welcome back and thank you for joining us on 23 ABC News at 11 o'clock. We have live team coverage for you of this storm that continues to roll right through Kern County. We have Andrew Worth up at Fraser Park as well as Laura Acevedo here for us in Bakersfield. We're going to start though with Andrew Worth up at Fraser Park.
Yeah, as Leah told you a little while ago, things have calmed down a lot. Everything has moved more south, and we're seeing that here, especially in the Fraser Mountain Park area, where the rain has lightened to a drizzle, which is nice because now we're not getting soaked out here. But that's also good because that won't cause any more mudslides or flooding, possible flooding, to happen in the mountain communities up here. We know that Pine Mountain Club got some snow earlier, so hopefully everything is going okay up there and driving conditions are still safe, but nothing really crazy to report right now. Like I said, rain has gone away and everything is looking good again back up here in the mountain communities. What's it looking like closer back to home, Laura?
And I'm Laura Acevedo live in downtown where conditions are pretty calm right now. The rain has stopped and the winds have died down, but earlier it was a completely different story as those heavy winds were knocking down trees all over the city. In one instance, a plumber was almost hit by the tree. She was sent to the hospital with minor injuries. In another instance, a tree knocked down a power line that also knocked down power. And just remember that if you are driving through the area and you see any of these trees that are kind of tipping over, just be careful and try to avoid parking next to them. For now, the winds have stopped right here in downtown. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, let's check out some video here. A big rig driving through the flooded I-5 freeway in Sun Valley near Los Angeles. Look at that. That's taking quite the risk there. That freeway and many other important roads had to be shut down and traffic was severely impacted for hours. Oh my goodness gracious. Lots of water on the roadways there until the storm passes and the roads are impacted. Closures in those areas will remain in effect. Let's bring it back closer to home. Leah Freeman joining us now with our KernCast 23. Leah, you are looking forward to our weekend. Things are kind of simmering down now, but what is our Saturday and Sunday looking like?
Yeah, things are calming down a bit, but it's crazy to see those videos out of LA, those flooded roadways out there. Luckily for us, it wasn't quite as bad. We did see a lot of damage though around town. We've got a lot of viewer pictures today. Thank you for those sending them in, but you can see a lot of damage here for houses, things like fences that were down, a lot of trees that fell down. But take a look at the wind on the trees. You can see those palm trees. I mean, that just shows how strong those winds were today. Even just in Bakersfield, we saw gusts up to 40, 50 miles per hour. And check out this tree, huge tree that came right out of the ground. We just had that soil that was just so saturated already from the recent rain that we've had. And then on top of what we saw today, that's why we saw a lot of mudslides, rock slides in areas. And a lot of this is what we got pictures of. A lot of trees that fell into the roadways, onto cars, caused some damage. So scary stuff with storms like this where we get so much rain all at once. But luckily things are calming down for night tonight. Right now we're sitting in the upper 50s, winds at 10 miles per hour right now. So quiet night here, at least in Bakersfield. We are staying dry as of right now. We did get right around 1/4 of an inch, and you can see that western half of the valley